Welcome to Street Talk, an ongoing discussion concerning the pulse of our Georgia community of investors. We discuss your learning experiences and provide an interactive discussion involving a specific topic of the day. Each week, we will address a different area of real estate investment in Georgia. The program is aired live each Monday from 7:30 until 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. To participate, dial 770-451-8800. Again, 770-451-8800. You can also email us at GaREIA@georgiareia.org, spelled GaREIA at GaREIA.org. Street Talk is brought to you by Georgia Real Estate Investors Association, located at 4353 Tilly Mill Road, Suite 130, Atlanta, Georgia, 30360. And now your host, Don Patterson. Tonight, we'll be communicating with Steve Laube, and I believe the discussion will be mastering passive income, the key to quitting your day job. Unbelievable. When do you think we'll be able to begin this program?
In January. Second week in January, we'll be starting. It will be 4 Saturdays. I don't think we've determined yet whether they're consecutive or not. And each Saturday will be followed by a Wednesday 1.5 hour or so call-in.
Where physically will people meet? Will they meet at GaREIA?
We'll probably meet at GaREIA headquarters, yes.
That's off Tilly Mill Road by Home Depot?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, tell us more about the program.
The program. Eric, can you focus in on my little house? So most people when they retire, they have 3 streams of income. I think we mentioned that in the first segment. But they have maybe a pension or an annuity that they bought. They have Social Security, and they have some kind of tax-deferred accounts they're withdrawing from, maybe a 401k that they rolled over into an IRA or a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA. We real estate investors have a 4th pillar, and that's our real estate. And so rather than the 3-legged retirement stool, what came to my mind was the 4-pillared retirement house. And as the course evolved, I originally was going to call the course Retirement Planning for Real Estate Investors. Then as it became broader and broader, and we'll talk about that in a minute, I was going to call it Financial Literacy for Real Estate Investors. And then as it got even broader and more focused, I realized that what I was doing was showing people how to do what I did, retire early and live the dream. So therefore, the latest title is Mastering Passive Income, How to Quit Your Day Job. So here's my little so-called passive income house. We're going to talk about the foundation of the house, which is understanding taxes. We're going to talk about marginal tax rates. We're going to talk about capital gains, ordinary income, the sweet spot, which is the 15% tax bracket. We're going to talk about how to avoid capital gains when you sell a piece of property, the $25,000 maximum allowable real estate loss and how to avoid it, just on and on and on. Georgia taxes. Georgia's a very friendly tax state. Estate taxes. We're going to go over all kinds of stuff. This program is kind of MBA in a box / CFP in a box. It's all the wonderful tidbits I learned from those courses and from life and from owning real estate continuously since 1979, but primarily 79 to 83 and 95 to the present. At present, I own 12 properties. So we're going to talk about the taxes as the foundation. You have to understand the taxes of all the 4 pillars and how they interact and how to minimize taxes. It's not what you earn, it's what you keep. I'm also going to put, and it's not on my little chart, I'm going to have a section of basic real estate terms, terminology, how to analyze investments. We're going to talk about NOI, ROI, capital gains, all that kind of good stuff. The ARV, the ideal acronym for real estate. We're going to go all over that. It won't take long, but we are going to put that in. Then we're going to go into these 4 pillars, and I think everyone probably wants to get to the real estate pillar, but we have to build up to this. You have to work it one step at a time so that discussions can get progressively easier. And the first Saturday, we're going to talk about the income tax and investment basics. The second Saturday, we're going to move to Social Security, pensions, annuities, and start working on a budget. It's very, very important if you're going to walk away from your day job that you have a budget, that you know what your discretionary spending is, which is the left side of the house, and your must spending. I call this the paycheck. I call this the play check. And what happens as you go through life is your play check, your discretionary income reduces, that's why this arrow is here, and your necessary expenses, your utilities, et cetera, continue to go up. And there's a lot of work. This is one of the new areas of research for retirement planning or passive income planning, is this effect. And it minimizes your inflation effect. And we're going to talk about that at length.
Steve, do you have to be an investor to participate in this class? It sounds like this is good for the average retiring couple.
Retiring couple, or real estate investor, or just anyone that wants to build up wealth and quit their day job. As I say, it's kind of an MBA, CFP in a box. It's School of Hard Knocks. It's all the best tips I've got from my tax guy over the years, things that I have used that have benefited me greatly. I'm very excited about this. This is, as I said, at one time I was going to call this financial literacy.
Yeah.
Now I'm calling it passive income. A new term that comes to my mind is the money gene. Most people don't have the money gene. Most people are afraid of numbers. Most people don't think logically about investments. They use the wrong side of their brain. They think
fear
emotionally.
of the unknown. It's fear, a fear of the unknown. If you can explain it to people, it sounds to me that you can segue into becoming an investor.
Exactly.
And use what they have as a foundation, make sure they're solid by your training, and then segue into real estate investments through GaREIA.
Sure, because we're going to cover much more than real estate investing.
And they're going to call, I think, folks, you need to call 770-451-8800. But I forgot, we get these little cues in the background, that you can go online. GaREIA has a website online that you can go to. I think I Googled it under GaREIA, and it came out, and then you click on the link, it'll take you there. You can find out more information from Wendy Lovejoy. You can find information from calling 770. I believe the number is 451-8800. But back to Steve.
Okay, thank you. It's good information. They need to know who to contact. So you've heard about people that win the lottery or sports stars that make humongous amounts of money, and you see them a few years later and they're broke. And they're broke because they have not had training. They don't know how to handle money. They weren't born with the money gene, obviously, and I'm not saying you can create a gene, but you can create a knowledge, comfort with money and understanding money and thinking about the financial implications of everything you do, short-term and long-term. I mean, it just comes natural to me. It has my whole life, even back when I was a
Not most of the
chemist.
people out there. We need people like you. You've actually walked the walk and able to talk the talk.
I try.
You're doing it. You're
I
living it.
absolutely try. So I would love to pass some of this knowledge on to people. My goal is to make people financial literate, make them comfortable with finances, make them understand investing, teach them tricks and tips. I want to turn minnows into sharks, kittens into tigers. Stop me, please, before I come up with another one.
No, keep going. This
and
is
of course,
Street Talk. Folks, the beauty of Street Talk is this program is brought to you by people who are doing what you hope to do.
Exactly. So again, I'm kind of unique that I am a real estate investor and a CFP, and I have actually been retired for 12 years.
Okay, well, we'll shift out of this segment right now with a welcome to Street Talk, an ongoing discussion concerning the pulse of our Georgia community of investors. We discuss your learning experiences and provide an interactive discussion involving a specific topic of the day. Steve, today. Each week, we will address a different area of real estate investment in Georgia. The program is aired live each Monday from 7:30 till 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. To participate, dial 770-451-8800 or email us at GaREIA@GaREIA.org. Street Talk is brought to you by Georgia Real Estate Investors Association.